When people talk about anxiety, they often focus on its mental and emotional effects. That makes perfect sense, as the overwhelming worry and fear that characterize anxiety can be debilitating. But many anxiety disorders can come with their own fair share of physical symptoms too. Hey guys, Seeking More here. Before we start today's video, I just want to ask you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that I can keep your YouTube feed full to the absolute brim with awesome videos about mental health and self-love. With that said, let's get right into it. When a person experiences anxiety, it's essentially the fight or flight system kicking in and shouting danger. Your fight or flight system is supposed to help you survive a threat by either escaping it or fending it off. In the past, think caveman years, that threat might have been something along the lines of a lion. If you have anxiety though, your fear and worry are that threat, prompting your sympathetic nervous system, which controls involuntary processes like your breathing and heart rate, to kick into high gear. This leads your adrenal glands to release hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. This domino effect is behind anxiety's physical symptoms. So today, we'll be going over some of the biggest physical symptoms that anxiety causes. Number 1. Your heart is racing. This is a classic sign of anxiety, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, or the NIMH. So, remember how we just mentioned that your sympathetic nervous system controls your heart rate? When you're dealing with something stressful and your adrenal glands churn out hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, receptors in your heart react by speeding up your heartbeat. This enables you to pump more blood to your big muscles so that you could theoretically flee or combat a threat. But if you're dealing with anxiety, that racing heart could make you feel even more nervous and start a much more vicious cycle. Number 2. You're short on breath. Your blood circulates oxygen around your body. When your stress response boosts how quickly you're sending blood around your body, your breathing might increase to provide you with more oxygen. If you breathe too quickly, also known as hyperventilation, you can actually enhance a lot of the physical anxiety symptoms on this list because your oxygen and carbon dioxide balance gets out of whack. That's why we often talk about belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing to help combat anxiety attacks. This is essentially breathing slowly and deeply by really using your diaphragm. By slowing down how quickly you're breathing, you have more of a chance to get the oxygen you need. You also engage your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps you feel calm after a threat has passed. Number 3. You're constantly exhausted. A persistent feeling of fatigue is a common sign of anxiety according to the NIMH. The reason why is twofold. For starters, that anxiety-activated uptick in stress hormones can keep you revved up on high alert, which can be seriously draining. But there's an additional complicating factor. Sleep and anxiety have a complicated relationship, which actually brings us to another typical physical side effect of anxiety, which is number 4. You can't fall asleep, stay asleep, are restless during the night, or wake up feeling drained. A person with anxiety might have a tough time falling asleep, staying asleep, or might be restless and maybe have unsatisfying sleep, according to the NIMH. Elevated levels of hormones like cortisol and adrenaline make it hard to get a good night's sleep, since your buzzing body may not be able to relax enough to rest. The racing thoughts that come with anxiety are no recipe for great sleep either. It's not just that anxiety contributes to sleep problems, but sleep issues such as insomnia can actually make you more prone to anxiety. Number 5. Your muscles ache. Your muscles tense up as part of your stress response. Holding parts of your body so rigidly for prolonged periods of time can lead to pain. It's been noted that many people with anxiety report feeling tight in their necks, back, or shoulders. You might also feel muscle tension all the way up into your head, leading to headaches. Number 6. Your stomach is all sorts of messed up. Anxiety really hits your GI system hard. That's your gastrointestinal system. People with anxiety may notice general stomach pain, constipation, diarrhea, or other kinds of GI stress. A lot of this may boil down to what experts call the gut-brain axis, which is a communication system between your brain and the enteric nervous system that governs your digestion. This connection is why stress can so easily mess with your digestion. There's also the fact that anxiety-induced lifestyle choices, like eating foods that don't agree with you or not exercising, can affect your digestion as well. Number 7. Your palms are dripping sweat. If you're already grappling with anxiety, the thought of sweating profusely may just make it worse. Unfortunately, sweating is a common side effect of anxiety disorders. When your sympathetic nervous system gets activated, it can influence the sweat glands basically all over your body. Now you have two kinds of glands: eccrine, which covers most of your skin, and apocrine, which are only on body parts that have a lot of hair follicles. Both types of sweat glands can cause anxiety-induced perspiration, but it's the milky fluid from your apocrine glands in particular that make it smell bad. Number 8. You're shaky and easily startled. Shaking and trembling can be a byproduct of anxiety-induced hormone surges. Also, trying to anticipate unknown threats is a common feature of anxiety. Constantly being on guard has been linked with an increased startle response, which could be why you practically jump out of your shoes if someone taps you on the shoulder on an anxious day. Number 9. You have a hard time swallowing. Anxiety can cause some people to feel tightness in their throats, or even like something is stuck in there, according to the US National Library of Medicine. This is called globus sensation, and although the exact reason why it happens is unclear, it can definitely make anxiety even worse. You feel like you can't even get enough air. Number 10. You come down with a lot of colds. Some people tend to get sick more often in periods of high anxiety. Studies show that your immune system doesn't function as well when your fight or flight response is operating for too long. This could mean that you're more susceptible to issues such as a common cold, although a lot of other factors come into play here as well, like how robust your immune system is in general and how vigilant you are about hand hygiene. Dealing with your anxiety can be tough, but if you feel like you need help, there are a number of resources out there to help you, including videos on the best way to deal with your anxiety, as well as various online therapy resources. Intention Inspired even has a 30 Days of Brave challenge, which can help you beat your anxiety by building your courage little by little. I'll leave a link to a few of these down in the description below. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and share it with your friends if you think that this can help them. And as always, keep seeking more.